Berlin Festival 2011, Lucid von Austra. Habt ihr gesehen? Austra, ein Act, der bei euch sehr beliebt ist, gerade in den Pop10 Charts immer wieder hoch drin. Und nun steht Katie neben mir. Welcome to the show, Katie.
Thank you.
It has been a great show. We could follow it because you were performing on the stage down there.
Yeah.
But how did you feel it for you? What kind of feelings do you have now after your show?
It felt great. I think that's probably the biggest stage we've played on yet so far. So, I mean, we've done a lot of festivals, but this is our first, it was our first main stage. So it was awesome. It was really exciting.
So, have you been a bit nervous before going on stage, before being there?
I don't know. I kind of find that when you're playing for like 10,000 people or 5,000 people, we're often less nervous than when we're playing for kind of smaller places. So, because I guess it's just less personal in a way. It's just like a big crowd, whereas when you're in smaller places, you can see individual people and it's a bit scarier.
Also Katie war nicht wirklich großartig aufgeregt heute vor der Show, auch wenn die Hauptbühne hier hinter uns, da ist sie, hier so, wenn die Hauptbühne quasi die größte Bühne war, auf der Austra je gespielt haben, war das trotzdem eigentlich ganz gut. Das ist was ganz anderes, wenn du zum Beispiel in ganz kleinen Clubs bist. And actually you are used to kind of, I call it weird locations. For example, you played Berghain, very, very successful. And I think since that, actually Austra is a well-known name in Germany. What kind of feedback do you get now? Because now I think you're anything but a secret tip now anymore. So what is the feedback at the moment like?
It's great. I mean, I definitely think that the Germans have been kind of the first people to support us and embrace us. And I mean, yeah, that Berghain show was, I guess, kind of like an indication of what was happening. Like we'd never really toured. We'd never played Berlin before. We'd never toured Germany, and just to have that overwhelming response at the Berghain was pretty crazy. But it's nice. It's nice that the Germans are liking what we do, because we like touring Germany. So it's good.
And actually, I think I heard it by a lot of people that wanted to come to see a next Austra show, and actually they were a bit kind of sad because it was included in the festival, so they just could get here because of seeing you and stuff like that. So is there going to be something more live by Austra coming up quite early? Is there something?
There will be. I think that December, January, I think there's going to be something happening.
That's great news.
Yeah.
Also, Austra hat ja im Berghain gespielt, Katie. Das war eine großartige Show. Also die Leute dort, die haben es wirklich aufgenommen mit offenen Armen. Und auch heute hier, also im Moment ist es tatsächlich so, dass Austra ein gut bekannter Name in Deutschland ist, gerade in diesem ganzen Indie-Pop-Bereich. Und da ist es natürlich so gewesen, dass viele heute gerne dabei gewesen wären, aber nicht unbedingt vielleicht das gesamte Festival sehen wollen. Das ist schade. Und da hat sie gerade eben gesagt, es gibt gute Nachrichten. Januar, Februar, also Anfang nächsten Jahres gibt es auf jeden Fall wieder neue Austra Live-Termine hier in Deutschland. Da werden wir sicherlich sehr, sehr gespannt drauf gucken. Do you feel a bit empty now because of everything's out, the album's out, a few videos actually are out, are released, you're touring? Somehow it seems like you reached it now. So what is the next aim? Because there is not a real big aim to reach now at the moment.
Well, we have to write a new record.
Yeah, you have to.
So that's the next thing. I mean, we're probably going to tour for maybe five more months or something like that, and then we're going to start writing. So I mean, that's kind of the next thing. We want to write a new record and get it out in good time. I don't want to wait 3 years to put out my new record. I'd like to have it out soon. So.
Also der nächste Schritt wird eine neue Platte schreiben bei Austra. Actually, yesterday I read a YouTube comment about music stuff, blah blah blah, and it was a video by you, and somebody from Canada wrote, "Oh man, how can she be that famous in Europe? She's from Canada. I just discovered her over here." So the people at home in Canada, they don't know that you're touring all Europe, I think.
It's definitely picked up here before it picked up in Canada, but that's kind of how it always goes in Canada. Canada is one of those places where they kind of notice artists after they see that they're getting recognition everywhere else. So it's we do well in Germany, we do well in France, we get written up in the UK, and then Canada starts to be like, oh, we have something special here. Whereas normally they're just
okay.
Little.
So now you can come home as a heroine somehow, because you're the heroine that made it up in Europe, actually.
Europe.
And there are lots, for example, a band from Portland, Yard, they told me 1 year ago or 2 years ago that somehow Americans and also Canadians always think people that made it in Europe, they really made it. So that this seems to be the big aim to make it in Europe somehow.
Well, it's definitely good for us because we like touring Europe better than anywhere else in the world. So if we're only famous in Europe forever and nowhere else, then that's fine with me. I'm okay with it.
Also, wenn man nur in Europa bekannt ist, das ist für Katie gar kein Problem, weil sie liebt es, in Europa zu touren. In Kanada ist es tatsächlich jetzt so. Ich habe gerade gestern im Netz einen Kommentar gelesen, da hat eine Kanadierin geschrieben, oh mein Gott, wie können Austra bekannt sein in Europa? Ich habe sie gerade jetzt erst in Kanada für mich entdeckt. Es ist tatsächlich so, die Kanadier, die nehmen eigene Acts erst dann so richtig wahr, wenn sie im Ausland wirklich groß werden. Und für Katie ist das völlig in Ordnung. Neue Platte kommt. Lasst uns mal noch kurz checken, wie die klingen wird. So, the new record, do you have some ideas yet for it? Or will it be kind of a continuous thing for the first Austra album? So like an Austra 2.0?
It'll be different. I don't know how yet, but it'll be different. I mean, I just want to experiment with lots of new sounds. Like, I think the previous record, it was kind of, I was just using what I had available to me at the time. Like, it was just very easy. I was using whatever I had on my computer. And I think the next step is to kind of like really get into using some like different kinds of sounds and stuff like that. So that's what we want to do.
So it's going to be a bit darker or brighter in its sound? Can you?
I wouldn't say darker or brighter. Maybe, I think we want to make some more dancier songs. Some like more, not all of them, but you know.
Also es soll ein bisschen tanzbarer werden, ein bisschen mehr dancey wird die neue Austra-Platte, hat uns Katie gerade hier eben auf dem Berlin Festival verraten. Okay, Katie, so what's the band of course Austra, but what is the band for you tonight you want to see? You are not allowed to miss.
Well, I have to miss them because I'm doing interviews, but I really wanted to see James Blake, who went on right before us, because I'd never seen him play before, so I did get to see that show, which is great. The other band
was a lot of bass, I can tell you.
Yeah, I know, but I was jealous. I wanted that much bass. We didn't have that much bass. And I really want to see Hercules and Love Affair. I've seen them a bunch of times, but I love them. But I'm not going to be able to, but next time.
Also James Blake wäre auf der Liste gewesen. James Blake hat vor Austra performt. Katie konnte es nicht sehen, leider. Und sie ist ein bisschen neidisch darauf, dass James so viel Bass auf der Bühne hat. Sie hätte auch gern viel Bass, vielleicht dann fürs neue Album. Maybe more bass on the new record.
Yeah, bass. That sounds good.
It's all about bass. Okay,
it's all about bass.
We are going to check now a French band. Eau de Raquette, eine neue französische Band, macht mehr oder weniger das große Deutschlanddebüt heute auf dem Berlin Festival. Irene Michler hat die Franzosen mal getroffen und gecheckt, wie die eigentlich so drauf sind.